If there is any guys out there, that is. Hello, Zach Mugga. We got anyone else out there? Hello. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? I did a late night stream last night, so I figured today I'd do it a little earlier so that everyone would have a chance to come in if they were so inclined. I see you, Christopher. I'm doing good. I got a bottle of water right here. I think I'll drink some healthy water. Geraldine Halfcox has never caught me live. Well, good to see you. Come up here. No, Christopher, the only way you'd be accidentally blocked would be if Christy had accidentally blocked you. Come to Greendale, Wisconsin. What is in Greendale, Wisconsin? Hey, Amp Wales, how are you doing? See, I don't really do a lot of haunted places. Hey, there's John from Expiration Unknown. He loves haunted places. Let's do a video at Old Town San Diego. Would be Adam. We're in San Diego. We were going to do Old Town, but wait, just didn't get into the schedule. No, Morty, I've not found any worthy contenders yet. So far, no one's in my league, so, you know, I'm going to have to hang on to the title until we find someone. Ghost Town update. You should just write, never going to happen, on a piece of paper and hold it up every time someone asks about Ghost Town. Sorry, I don't mean to be snarky. Earthquake has a new signage outside? I didn't notice that. I haven't been there in a month or so to Pigeon Forge. Love says, why don't you ever reply back on comments? Listen, I do my best to reply on comments. It's overwhelming. I get a lot of comments. I get a lot of private messages. I simply don't have enough time in the day to respond to all of them. That's why I do these live streams. I think it's probably the best way to touch base with people, because I can do it in real time. At least it's my favorite way, I think. But yeah, it's really hard. It's hard to keep up with that. How painful were the chops I took from Draven and Morty? They were very painful. Oh my gosh, wrestling chops are no joke. Like, I was fine. Like, the next day, it isn't anything like it hurt, like, the next day or anything, but, like, in that moment, like, it was unbelievable. Worst ever wax work? That Jay Leno in Niagara Falls. Still pretty bad. Yeah, Empty Whales. I'm wondering if those girls are gonna get signed for WWE and the Waiting Pool Wrestling Federation or whatever it was. Lucha. I didn't know what to expect, and that certainly wasn't what I was expecting. Have there been any fun attractions in Cape Cod? Where's Cape Cod? Cape Cod. I should know where that is, but I can't think of where Cape Cod is. Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I've never been there. Yes, Morty, I gotta train you to YouTube. My first recommendation is you switch out beard with a hot chick. Just kidding, keep beard. Nathan, you got your postcard. That's awesome. Will I ever go to outside the U.S. for videos? I have. I've gone to Canada and Mexico. Ryan, you enjoyed the horse farm. I think you're the only one. For some reason, no one's watching that video. It's got like the worst performance of a video has ever gotten before. Europe and Asia? Someday, I think. You got addicted to buying replica titles? Well, I'm addicted to winning real titles. Is it the Pitney House? I've not heard of Pitney House. Why do you think you're getting any more postcards, Nathan? John Martin doesn't like the graviton. I never read the graviton before, and wow, it was intense. Hey Andy, having some trouble with Wi-Fi. I know the feeling. Mimi Custody Adventure. Yes, I'd love to do home haunts, corn mazes, anything Halloween related. I'd love to do this October. Well, Nathan, as long as you're on the postcard list, you should get them. As long as you give me the right address. Zengirl, Georgia. I'm glad you got your postcard, and thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Shh, don't tell Jeff I'm streaming. He'll get mad. Original TNA heavyweight title. Amped Willis, that's pretty cool. I remember TNA used to be really, really good. Back when, like, Samoa Joe was undefeated, and oh, it was so good. Christian Cage was there. Now, I love recommendations for haunted houses. The only thing is, a lot of haunted houses don't like you to film. So, I would love suggestions. Like, if anyone knows, like can get, like, and I can't be everywhere at once. I can only go to so many. But I love finding haunted houses that you're allowed to film in. So, if anyone's got, hook up of people that don't mind. I stopped watching TNA when when Magnus won the title. I just got bored with it. Yes, the Tweetsy Railroad Ghost Train's gonna have a new theme. I'm very excited. I definitely want to go there, get there this year. I have been to Savannah, Georgia. I love Savannah, Georgia, but I haven't been there in a little while. Maybe it's time to return to the city of the dead, the garden of good and evil. Or Nasty says, remember when Doink had a mini clown? Yes, the mini clown was named Dink. Yeah, probably won't have a chance to get to Colorado this haunt season. Antwells. Yeah, that was like, that was just like kind of just really got bad at TNA at that time, and AJ left and Sting left, and they like still weren't taking Joe seriously. It was bad. Do I buy a lot of souvenirs? I do try to buy souvenirs because I do like to support these attractions. The biggest thing I've been getting is pins for my hat. That's kind of my new thing. I get a little something sticker. I used to get T-shirts, but the problem is I wound up with too many T-shirts. Yeah, Morty's been stunned by Shark Boy. That's who I want to defend my title against, Morty. I want to defend my title against Shark Boy. No, I didn't have to leave TAP, and I'm taking more of a leave of absence from TAP. I'm not done with it. I wanted, David Garrison has been very good to me, and I just wanted to. I felt like these upcoming months were so busy. I was having, when I made the decision, I was having some personal issues in my personal life, and I just I didn't have the time on my schedule to dedicate to tap wrestling like I needed to. I still encourage everyone to check it out, and someday I'd like to return. Nick the Trolls is getting out of tap wrestling and getting into tap dancing. I've never been very good at dancing in any capacity. Scarlett, get off my computer. Hey. The cats, they like to get on my computer and ruin everything. Come here. Where are you, snake? With independent wrestling, I mean, usually people are free to work whatever shows they want, unless there's like super drama between the two promotions. But I found even if there is drama between the promotions, the wrestlers that don't have drama will still work different promotions. Timothy just got back from Pigeon Forge. I hope you enjoyed it. Pigeon Forge is one of my favorite places. Yeah, Morty. I'm not speaking about Supreme Wrestling necessarily, but it does seem that there's possibly as much drama in independent wrestling as there is in middle school. And I am lucky because I've never been involved in any sort of drama. Behind the scenes drama. There's the hitting people in the head with golf clubs and suitcase kind of drama. But that's the good kind. Cheyenne wants to know how many cats I have. I have 9. Yes, my chops just grew back stronger. See, your chops. You lose your chops, and you only then can you appreciate how much the chops really meant to you. And then when you go back to those chops, when you get those chops back, then you can stop and really appreciate what your chops meant to you, and your chops become stronger and thicker than they ever were before. And that's what I've learned recently. Ick the Troll says pigeon forges where pigeons are built. Yes, they build pigeons out of iron. Ryan Nuddles says when you were working with Buff Bagwell, didn't you say you didn't want to talk to anyone? And the guy just working with, did I say that on here? That's not drama. I mean, you know, Buff Bagwell has been wrestling for quite some time, and he's appeared at a very high level. He wasn't like overwhelmingly friendly. He wasn't rude. I didn't see him be rude to anyone. But yeah, it kind of seemed like he just kind of wanted to have his quiet time by himself and then talk with the dudes, that he needed to. Well, thank you so much, Nathan Hayes. I appreciate that so much. Wife is working right now. Yeah, I have to talk to Morty about Jerry Lawler. I was not involved in that at all. Hello, everybody. Do I think WWE will go out of business because a lot of them are now becoming Hollywood stars? No. Have I ever worn contacts? Now, interesting fact, I cannot wear contacts because I have an overactive blink reflex. Oh, by the way, I want to remind everyone before you. Oh, John Marnison, thank you for the super chat. It says, can you give my daughter Madeline a shout out? Yes, shout out to Madeline. Yeah, I can't stand. I have a thing about eyeballs. Like when my daughter Anna was getting her contacts put in, I couldn't even stay in the room. I like shrieked like a girl and ran away. Ryan has ever heard of a YouTube channel called In the Loop? No, I don't think so. TXGT. That's what's the topic of conversation? I don't know. These live streams that I have, they're never well organized. They never have a good flow or topic. We just kind of chat with whoever's in, whoever cares to stop by. I think my eyes would instantly reject contact. They would just spit them out on the floor. Yeah, like I can't even I'm like getting weird now. Like I can't even, because we're talking about contacts. I've not done the Mountain Coaster Nanakista. It's something I need to do. Oh, theirs looks really scary. Really scary. Do I have a favorite YouTuber? I don't watch that much YouTube. I know no one believes me. Well, you want to get LASIK? I don't know. That's kind of scary, the idea of having a laser cut off part of your eyeball. Anything says play The Simpsons Arcade for the first time. It's a good game. I played, gosh, I played so much of that in the arcade. Ugh. Riplin, I have not been watching Ripley's Believe It or Not series because I don't watch TV. And not in a pretentious way. Convinced Jordan Line to come to Gatlinburg. Listen, I can't, I don't know. Gatlinburg and Pigeonport speak for themselves. This shouldn't take much convincing. People need to come here and experience it for themselves. What did I think of Colorado? I loved Colorado. I have a bunch of Ripley's books. Going to Cuba soon? I don't even know. Are we even allowed to go to Cuba anymore? I don't know. It's hard to figure out where that even stands. I thought Obama pulled the restrictions, and then I thought Trump put some of them back into place. I don't know. I really don't know. Best attraction in North Carolina? What is the best attraction in North Carolina? I've been to quite a few in North Carolina. Santa's Land's pretty cool. Tweetsie Railroad is fun. Amp Trooper, you got your postcard? I was happy to hear that they make their destinations. Have I ever given my opponent the tombstone? Nah, it just hasn't come up. Litnez says just watch Land of Little Horses, best video ever. I thought it was a decent video. For some reason, like it's getting no views. Like people don't. It's like getting record low views, which is a real bummer. I don't know. I have no idea what people want to watch. I just film stuff and then hope people like it. Apparently Little Horses is not something that most people are interested in. Las Vegas Haunted Museum easy. I've been to the haunted Zach Baggins Haunted Museum. No filming, but I did a review of it. Crimson Alchemist says likes most of my videos. Which videos do you not like? Oh, got a super chat. Kevin Hunley is getting a new tire. Got a new tire put on the glass wagon at Waynesville Tire. Thought about you. Hope all is well. Well, thank you. I appreciate the super chat. What is it? I think it's Hazelwood tire we always use. They're real friendly and inexpensive. Ryan says, thank you for informing everyone the solar doctors were not butchers. I thought they were, but I guess I was wrong. Crimson Alchemist not into religious places. I like going into religious places. I don't think it matters if you necessarily share their religion. I just think it's interesting what different people think, different beliefs that people have. I was gonna go to the. Oh wait, I don't want to spoil anything. Williams' horse racing might be shut down soon. People don't like animals being used for anything. But I go overseas and see the haunted cool thing. No, haunted places are cool. It's just not my main focus. Tony Winger. I have been to the Edgar Allan Poe Museum in Richmond, Virginia. What else did I see in Frederick, Maryland? Well, I put out all my videos from Frederick. There's no more from Frederick. Just passing through. Oopsie doodle. Drop my water bottle. Caused a bunch of noise and unnecessary movement. And it says, what I do like about your videos, there's something for everyone. Thank you. I try to do a good variety. Cunny at Lake Park. Where's that at? Not heard of that one. How are the new kittens? The new kittens are doing great. Do I like haunted places? I don't know. I've never had a real haunted experience. And I'm too impatient to go ghost hunting, so I don't know. Yeah, I recommend going and checking out Josh from Exploration Unknown. He does some haunted videos. He does them way better than I could. But I want to own a life-size taxidermy bear. Yes. What do you think about Jeff's live stream? Yes, Jeff from Creaties, who does my intros and thumbnails. He is doing. He's live streaming nonstop until his channel gets monetized. He's been going for 2 days now, and he is losing his mind. So it might be fun to stop by and see a man's complete and utter mental breakdown. World's Longest Yard Sale is this weekend? I've never done that. Rachel Harris asked about the village at the Henry Ford Museum. No, I visited the Henry Ford Museum. Didn't do the village because it was cold. It was winter time. Come here. How's my badger? My badger's doing good. Do you guys want to go see the badger? Take you on a little trip and go visit the Carpetbagger. And I'll show you guys something I've been working on. This is a sneak peek. Consider this a sneak peek. This is, I have been to Hell, Michigan. There's the Carpetbagger and the raccoon there. And this is, I'm working on putting together my own cabinet of curiosities. Let me turn the lights on in here. So, there you go. You can see, you know, got some things. Got the starts. Here's some jars of fun. Those are made by Rebel Son Tyler Garrison. And there's, let me open this up again. I don't know why I closed it. We got the two-headed mouse from the Oddities convention. There's Krampus mouse. That's a possum skull. Then we got two gator heads. A raccoon baculum. Check out that frog right there. I have no idea what liquid that is. There's a little duck wearing a bow tie and a cowboy hat. There's a genuine anti-troll voodoo doll. There's a haunted baby. And what do we got here? This is a squirrel. This is the spinal column of a nutria. No idea what this bone is. It's John Dillinger's death mask. The new Turnomicon. This is a screen-used prop. So yeah, that is the beginning of the Carpetbagger cabinet of curiosity. I'm hoping to get this at some point over time, no rush. We're going to get this cabinet filled up with oddities. I've been cleaning up the bunker a little bit. Got to add this to the cabinet there, the mummified possum down there. You can see there is the Carpetbagger doll for sale at Creative Engineering. Just email Aaron Fector and tell him the Carpetbagger sent you. Some old around. Oh, there's Ralph on the shelf right there. I got rid of the couches because I wanted to get something that could turn into a bed, so when guests come. And then we got the fish over here. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's actually time to feed the fish, actually. Let me get some fish food here. Eat my pretties. Zen Girl about being a guest character in GTA. What does that mean, a guest character in GTA? Was there just someone that looked like me in the game? Someone wants to see the belt. Got Jane there, along with my other championship belts. These were the days back when me and Morty weren't friends. There's my roller coaster photo from Knoebels. Why did I ride a roller coaster in the pouring rain? Will you ever appear on Piper's Pit? Yeah, probably not. Roddy Piper's dead. God rest his soul. We've been to Clarksville, Indiana. Sounds familiar. Morty's been to Clarksville. I've been to Weaverville. I have been to Weaverville. I healed up from the last chop. I had like these weird green bruises that just the other day that were still on me. Thank you, Just Monica. I appreciate it. Come here. Come here. I don't know why. She's camera shy. Scarlet. Look. Hey, look. Hey, go. What are you doing? I should be seeing Adam before too long. There's a death museum in Seattle now? I didn't know about that one. Is it affiliated with the other museums of death, or is it its own thing? Have I been to Weaverville, North Carolina? I have. Have you been to Royston, Georgia? I don't know. I've been to a lot of towns. Sometimes it's hard to remember every single one. Hey, quit it. I knew they moved the toilet museum. I didn't know if it was reopened yet. Yeah, sadly Barney died just recently. At least this is Ralph on the Shelf. Is her favorite. Ready to learn submissions? How about, I think how we're doing this is backwards, Morty. I think learning how to take moves is just pessimistic. I think you should learn how to give moves, and then when you get in a match, you just don't let them do any moves. You just do all the moves on them, and then you pin them. I think this learning how to take falls, learning how to take pile drivers, I think that's just pessimistic. It's under the assumption that you're going to let your opponent do bad things to you. I don't know if I've ever actually done, Linz, I don't know if I've actually done a video in Indianapolis. I've driven through Indianapolis 100 times, but I don't know if I've ever filmed anything there. Hang with vampires in New Orleans? Nick, that sounds like fun. Any upcoming trips? Always. Okay, Morty, you've been wrestling longer. I guess. Homer Simpson just learned how to take a punch, not give one. Is that a good strategy in wrestling, Morty? To just be able to take so many moves that your opponent just does all the moves on you until they get tired, and then they pass out from exhaustion, and then you pin them? Have I been to the moon? Yes. They moved the toilet museum to the Colony, Texas. Is it open though? That's what I want to know. The cash lock. You never told me about the cash lock. What's the cash lock? Yes, Lynn, they closed both their wax museums in Gettysburg and their oddities museum, which is really sad. Someone suggested that I can call my finisher the sleeping bag. You can make it a sleeper hold variation. I think that might work. I definitely keep abreast of what's in Atlas Obscura. I always like to check out Obscura when I go to a new area, see what's there. It's legal in 27 states. All right, you have to send me a list of which states it's legal in. Eileen K, welcome to the live stream. Whatever, visit Mount St. Helens. Where is that? It's in Seattle? No, it's not in Seattle. Yeah, Eileen. Christy's not here right now, but if you want to meet me and Christy, just come to the Mothman Festival, September 20th, 21st. Ryan, Roadside America, definitely the most used resource by me. Just Monica. Right now I'm planning on finishing America. Yeah, same time Storm Area 51's going down. Probably a good thing that I'm not going to be there. Shantae loves to just flying from the top rope and calling it the flying carpet. I don't think we should do a lot of flying. It seems dangerous. Ryan no does anything just called Tim Hollis, help find some roadside attractions. Now Tim Hollis, probably best at finding roadside attractions that no longer exist. I do consider Tim Hollis to be the absolute authority on extinct roadside attractions. I really hope no one gets shot at this Area 51 thing. I hope, because I guess people are gonna, I'm expecting people are gonna show up. I mean, that's just it. Hopefully, it turns into something fun and not something stupid. 'Cause I'm afraid there are people that are stupid enough to turn it into something dangerous and stupid. Lynn, yes, I remember where my friend ate the spicy chicken. No, Aaron, I didn't go to the Death Museum. I wasn't aware of it. I'll have to. I need to come back up that way. Just went to the Wind River Wax Museum in Wyoming. Hoosier Boo. I need to put that on my list. I'm trying to see all the wax museums in the United States. I honestly don't think that was even on my list. The Wind River Wax Museum in Wyoming. I need to remind me. Wind River Wax Museum. Oh, technically Wind River Heritage Center. But if it's got wax figures, it is a wax museum. So I'll have to include that on my list. Sorry, I don't know who the King of Random is. That's what I'm afraid of with the Area 51 thing. That there's going to be people that take it too seriously, and someone's going to end up getting hurt. Is what I'm afraid of. Hopefully, the people at Area 51 realize that and take non-lethal measures to ensure that no one gets hurt. I definitely would recommend anyone going out there to not cross any federal barricades, any line drawn by the government. My wife's channel is The Kennedy Rain, one word. No, Secretary. Usually, most clandestine military bases don't have a sense of humor. What's my real name? Jacob Kretschy. I didn't see any armed guards when I was there, but I know you can sometimes. Which channel is The Kennedy Rain? Do I have a favorite wax museum? Favorite wax museum? My favorite was Musée Conti in New Orleans, but that's closed down. What is my favorite? I really love Bible Walk in Mansfield, Ohio. So Ryan Morgan says that most of the stuff at Area 51 has been declassified and all the real secrets that's going on at Area 52. Any wax museums that aren't of humans? I'm sure I've seen wax figures that aren't human, but I think all wax museums are mostly human. Because I think part of the reason you use wax is because it replicates human flesh. I know they used to have Grumpy Cat wax figure at San Francisco, but it wasn't there when I went there. Yeah, wax museums, sadly, more of them are being shut down than are being built. Yeah, I'd love to, Allie, that's a great idea. I'd love to see a wax museums with non-human participants. I've not talked to Jordan Line in a while. That's not, it's not any drama or anything. We just haven't chatted in a while. I'm just so busy. I'm so bad about keeping in touch with people because I am insanely busy. It's hard enough, remembering to take time and appreciating my family here in my home. I got a question. I don't want, I'm not offending anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I just want people's opinions. Um, I noticed when I posted the video about Meow Wolf Kaleidoscope, a lot of the comments are referencing drugs. Like, oh, this is a simulation of what it's like to be on drugs. You have to do drugs to be able to enjoy it. Now, I don't use drugs. Um, and I appreciate it. I like it. I don't is it necessarily, I mean, it's surrealist art in a dark ride, a surrealist art environment. I think you can appreciate that without drugs. What do you guys think? Is it all about drugs, or can us non-drug people appreciate it? It's art, yeah. I appreciate. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's Allie McCollum. That's what I feel like. Who needs drugs? Like, the world is so amazing. Why do you need to make the world more? Toby places. Can't you talk about Grant Thompson? He passed away in a hang on the accident. I would, but I don't know who Grant Thompson is. I'm sorry. Ryan Morgan, this is one of a kind and beautiful silver. Okay, so that's how I feel. I mean, maybe some people like to. I don't know who the King of Random is. Sorry. But yeah, the Garfield ride was insane. I mean, but I loved it. Danny Martin says, as someone who has used psychedelic drugs, you do not need them for that. A lot of people don't understand what those drugs are really like, and they're not like that. Yeah, that's interesting. Um, I remember the lead singer from Pink Floyd. I remember him making statements about they didn't really get like their band Pink Floyd is a lot of it is you hear a lot of association between Pink Floyd and drugs, and he was saying that that it's that he doesn't feel that the songs that they sing or the images they use or the Roger Waters or the movies that they make that they're about drugs. They're about other things. I think The Wall is not about drugs. It's about World War II. Part of it's about World War II. It's yeah. So I don't know. Do people mistake surrealism for drugs? Yeah, and then I knew the original Pink Floyd singer um, had massive drug problems and experimented with psychedelic drugs to the point of insanity. But and I understand that that could lead to an association. But beyond that, Roger Waters said that that Pink Floyd is not about drugs. An account says Pink Floyd explores sound, shapes, pattern, rhythm, and whatnot. So yeah, is that like I don't know? Is it lazy to just go and assume something's about drugs because it's not clear cut because it's abstract? Beatles were about drugs. It's obviously there's going to be songs that are about drugs. I'm sure there's lots of songs about drugs. I'm not by any means saying there is. I would love to hear like a statement from Meow Wolf about that. I wonder what they feel about that association. What if you took drugs and went to World Evolution? It's the World of Illusion Drug Challenge. Triumph the Insult Dog. Yeah, I don't understand. I really struggle people say they don't get Meow Wolf. I mean, I think if you don't get it, maybe you're thinking too hard. Yeah, I think more along the lines of imagination than drugs. Craig Villard says, I don't understand a lot of art. I think it's easy to relate things that look weird to understand to be inspired by drugs. Yeah, I think maybe some people do that and things they don't understand. Hey, Jim Folky, how are you doing? Was Foamhenge drug use? No, I don't think. As far as I know, I don't think. I don't know of Mark Klein having any influence of drugs. You know, I don't know what he does in his personal life, but certainly doesn't appear to be someone that abuses substances to any sort of destructive level. I've heard people mention that in the chat. The Dillinger thing. Why are they digging him up and doing a DNA test? Yeah, it's art like Cadillac Ranch. Jim Folky, thank you so much for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Allie McCollum says they need more death masks. Yes, that's what I think happened. I think they ran out of Dillinger death masks, so they're just they're digging them up so they can make some more. That is funny. Does anyone know what time it is? Does anyone care to give me the time? I think I forgot to eat dinner. Dillinger death masks. Every great oddities attraction has a Dillinger death mask. I even have one in my cabinet of curiosities. I was showing here. There is my Dillinger death mask. Who has more death masks in circulation, Dillinger or Lincoln? Lynn, that would be that's a close one. 9:28 p.m. Oh, the items in the mason jar, that I can't tell you what those are because that's coming up in a video. Yes, that's the original Dillinger death mask, the one I have. It's the only original. Scarlet. So people the nephew requested it but didn't give a reason. So he's like, I want you to dig up my uncle. And they're like, why? And he's like, just do it. Quit asking questions. Jim Folky says, does it hurt? Matt, yes, it hurts. Basically, what a pro wrestling ring is made of, it's like a bed with no mattress. It's got metal framing and then plywood laid across, and then a very thin mat. There's a little bit of cushioning, not much. So you're basically hitting plywood. It's not. I mean, it's got more give than say like cement, but it hurts. It hurts. No, I wouldn't say like box springs because I would much rather fall on box springs than fall on a wrestling mat. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts bad. Triumph the insult dog says, might come to me going to Meow Wolf by myself. I go to attractions all the time by myself. You don't need, you don't always need someone with you. Sometimes it's best to appreciate things by yourself. Scarlett is hyper. Scarlett is always hyper. Hello, Vicky Smiley. When are we going to get in a cage match? Oh my gosh, that sounds terrifying. My scream is funny in haunted house videos. That's okay. I do it for your entertainment. I give myself heart palpitations for your enjoyment. Yeah, Scarlett's the cat. Scarlett, they're talking about you. Scarlett. Scarlett, what are you doing? Yeah, she won't hold still. Did I tell Danny to drink butter at Red Lobster? I'm always the chucklehead. I don't know if they not have. I don't know if they have. When's the last time they did the all-you-can-eat shrimp? Scarlett, the most disappointing attraction. I don't know if I want to badmouth any attractions. I like attractions. Yeah, I don't want to single any of them out as being the worst. Sorry for yawning. Thank you, Wayne Avila. Does Meow Wolf exit their gift shop? It does. But I wouldn't want it any other way. An attraction I had low expectations for that turned out great. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know if I ever go in with low expectations. I get really excited. Cemetery Doll, thank you for the super chat. It says, hope to get more haunt reactions October. Yes, I'm taking haunt season very seriously this year. Often I have places that are planned to film but really weren't worth it. I don't know. Usually if something's just not worth it or just is just not enough content, usually I'll just combine it with something else. Maybe take 2 little attractions and do 1 video. Check out Wild Adventures theme park in Georgia, Halloween, September 2019. I don't know what I've never heard of Wild Adventures. The one haunted house that I really want to get into, that I really, really want to get permission for, is Netherworld in Atlanta. Shutter Flyboy says they want to put Halloween on the last Saturday of October rather than the 31st. Yes, I saw that. And I almost think that's a good idea because I think it might give more, because it was always a bummer as a kid if when you celebrate Halloween, you, you get up from you get out off school, then you got a few hours to celebrate Halloween, then you got to be back in bed, maybe even have homework. But I think it might be cool to. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it would be cool if Halloween was on a designated Saturday in October rather than the 31st? I think it might give people more of an opportunity to celebrate if they could do it on the weekends. I think I'm for it, but does anyone think it's not a good idea? Would Christmas be on a different day? Yeah, but Halloween is a little more. I mean, or Cemetery Doll. That's maybe even a better idea. Maybe it should be a national holiday, or the day after Halloween. Maybe it should be yeah, it might be. But I think that'd be cool. Yeah, make it a holiday. Make it an official holiday. Let people have time off to celebrate. I think one way or the other. I do want to get to Grady Stiles' grave. Will I visit the corn maze again? Hopefully, yes. Hopefully I can make it to the corn maze. Selena Light says she's a nurse. There are no holidays. Yes, there's quite a few professions that don't get holidays or weekends off. And that's all irrelevant. Election day is on the first Tuesday, and it's not a holiday. So it's always on a weekday. Always difficult for certain people to vote. That's BS. You should get the day off to vote, I think. But then again, of course, there's some jobs that I think employers should be required to give people time to vote. To make it, like you should have, so many hours of paid leave to go vote, because I think it is important that everyone gets to vote. Maybe you have to bring the sticker back just to show that you voted. Because everyone deserves the chance to vote. And people from either party should not try to mess with people's ability to vote. It's garbage. Billy Brooks. Yeah, I mentioned Netherworld in Atlanta. I want to go there so bad. I just need to get permission. So if anyone asks, well, what is the one place I want to film that I can't? I would say Netherworld. I'm probably not going to be able to make it back to Knoebels for Halloween. Eric James Alpha, yes, Wolf, from Wolf's. Oh, Wolf's. I'm blanking on the name of the museum. He used to have a museum in St. Augustine. They moved. They moved and bought a church in Salem, Massachusetts. The church burned down and destroyed their entire collection. They bought another church. I'm not sure where the second church they bought is, but they're going to turn that into an attraction. Yeah, there you go. Wolf's Museum of Mystery. It was a great attraction, St. Augustine, and it was really, really tragic how they lost everything. Upstate New York. All right, guys. Well, I'm thinking about logging off for the night. But could you guys do me a favor before, actually after you leave? if you would, my friend Jeff, also known as Creaties, he has been live streaming for 2 days. He's live streaming until he gets monetized. Could you please go to Creaties, channel CRE80S, go to Creaties, go into the live stream, and tell him that he's being hit with a carpet bomb. But until next time, this one's in the bag.